Cromer style of doing things, right?
Hey.
Wait, is this on the record?
No comment. No comment.
I'm kidding.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, just kind of recap the week. Good first half, and then the second half is
Yeah,
mistakes.
I thought we came out and played very well to start off the game, and I really think that I mean, every coach will say this, but we gave them a 3-yard field and a 10-yard field, and they got 10 points. I was very happy with our defense and thought that it was a big momentum swing when they got the block punt, and then we were able to hold them to a field goal. A team like that with the ball at the 3-yard line, I think it's I thought that was good for our defense and a good momentum boost, and so we go in 17-13 at half, and you know, you make mistakes against a good team and they're going to make you pay, and we are not number one, not mature enough to make mistakes and be able to rally back from it, and number two, we're getting there, but we're not as good as you need to be to have 3 turnovers and a block punt and come out and win a game. So I told them after the game I was extremely proud of their effort, extremely proud of the way they came out, and that, you know, if you come out that way every game, then we're going to be in every game. It's going to be, things will be a lot better for us.
What did you think of the offensive performance coming off the struggles against Eastern?
I thought they did well. I mean, you got 3 running backs the 2 running backs that hadn't really got a lot of action, and Brandon, I thought, ran the ball well. Marshawn, if he doesn't put the ball on the ground, I thought he had a good game. I think Brandon was very good in the passing game and the protection and then the screens. And Marshawn's a young freshman who's learning how to play that position, and coming from high school a lot, you don't do a lot of pass protection, and so he's learning the protections and learning the schemes, and he's getting there. So we'll ride with them the rest of the way. I thought in the pass game we did some really good things with the boots. I thought the way we kept them off balance was with our play calls was very good. Even though we weren't able to run the ball, we were able to make some things happen. Peyton Gonzalez had a heck of a football game, and hopefully he'll get the ball more, because he does so much stuff outside of catching the ball and just aggravating DBs and the way he blocks and getting after him. So I was very pleased with the way we came out and played, the way the game was played, and then our special teams, we had to keep it away from those 2 guys back there because they were really good. And as a matter of fact, one of them that returned the interception is a returner, and you can see what he can do, they're capable of. So we tried to mix it up and put it, and they got a couple of balls in our side of the 50 right away to start the second half, and again they got momentum, and we had chances to go down there and take it away a little bit, and we didn't capitalize. We end up kicking field goals or backing them and having to punt. But you got to do that. You got to capitalize when you can.
Do you think for like a lot of the young guys like Tobias and several other freshmen, do you think playing a game like that and they can realize that like that's what it takes to be at the top, to be defending national champs? Do you think a game like that's a good learning experience for them?
I think any game's a good learning experience. I don't think just because it was Commerce, I don't think that had anything to do with it. I think going into an environment like that where you know it's a good football team, like what happened last year is last year. I think that we played a tough schedule, so we're not intimidated to go anywhere and play. There are no longer freshmen on our team that have played, and they're playing their 9th game, so the freshman jitters vibes are all gone. I think they're have matured enough by that point, have played enough football to see that. Is it going to help us to go there and play the way we did? Yeah, it's going to help us, because they are a talented football team, and our guys now understand we've got some work to do in order to get to that level.
There's a lot to be for this game Saturday. Not only is it the last game at Kimbrough for you guys, but there's a winning season at stake. There's a 500 record at stake in the LC. There's a lot coming into this game against Hughes.
I think the biggest thing for us is keep improving. I mean, to be honest with you, we didn't show up to play against Eastern New Mexico, and I think our players were embarrassed by that and humiliated, and they came back and showed what they were capable of doing against a very good football team on the road. Now, I challenged them this morning to say, what distractions are out there, right? Who are you going to listen to about the way you're playing? And then what are you going to let distract you as you prepare for this game? Because you look at Kingsville, their record doesn't show it, but they're a very talented football team. They've had a lot of injuries, and they've gone through the gauntlet like we have with injuries and things. And Coach Wilkes not going to use that as an excuse. He's going to come up and he's going to have his team ready to play. And if we're not ready to play, the same thing can happen that happened 2 weeks ago.
Coach, considering the youth on this year's team and the injuries, like you just mentioned, how important would that be to be able to get a sixth win, win the season?
Momentum going into starting into spring. I mean, we want 6 wins, and we want 7 wins. I mean, we're going to take one at a time. We got to get to 6 before we get to 7. So, but I think it'll be a huge momentum builder for us as you continue to see the growth of this program, and the young players have certainly been a part of this year and getting to these wins, and we could, wherever we end up, it's right now, I think we have shown improvement other than in 2 games that will haunt us, as we go through this. But I think we've played, pretty well in every other game we've played. So
I know you're thinking of football and the improvement and that kind of thing, but is there significance in the fact that this is the last game ever for this school at this football stadium? I mean, does that play into this week?
I think it does. I think that, we've had former players come back all year long, and, there's a little sadness about it being the last game at Kimbrough and coming down that hill one last time. But there's also a lot of excitement about the new stadium. So I think it's a mixed emotions for the team going out there. And from a coach's standpoint, I've been on both sides. I've walked down that hill and been on the one sideline and come down and been on the other sideline. And it's a spectacular place to play. And when you look up and you see the stands and you see the bowl and the way the wind reacts in there, and the buffalo down there, I mean, it's got its positives about it. And it's going to be a place that it's going to be missed, but it's still going to be there. We're not tearing it down. You can still go back and relive whatever you want to relive. But it's our job to start new memories and new traditions in the new stadium coming up, Buffalo Stadium.
As we talked out there, you should be the last head coach here as of Saturday, right?
Well, there's 5 days till Saturday, so as of right now, I that's where I stand. So, but we'll see.
Does that mean something to be?
I've got time.
Yeah, you got 2 weeks here. Does that mean something to be the last coach at such a for this program at that stadium?
It does mean something because there's a lot of great coaches that have come through here, and like I said, a lot of good teams that have come through here. And the last thing that we want to do is make the last game not successful for West Texas, and I think that's going to help drive our team and motivate our team a little bit. We don't want to be the team that lost the last game at Kimbrough Stadium.
As you look at Kingsville, what do you see from them on both sides of the ball?
Brandon Jones is the first thing that steps out on defense. Heck of the defensive end. Plays the game the way it's supposed to be played. Goes hard every play. Offensively, they're struggling a little bit with injuries again. Coy Detmer Jr. is a very talented quarterback. I don't know what weapons they're getting back, but their offense, they move around and they shift a lot and they try to get you out schemed and out gap you, and Coach Wilkinson does a great job of doing that. And he knows how I will respond and how we'll line up against them in our time together at Pueblo. So should be an interesting little chess match